Hey Flosstube, this is Kate, the Queen of Starts, and it is Sunday, January 10th it is 6 o'clock. So I apologize for the lighting. I've spent the last 20 minutes messing with this thing between the camera. I don't know why the overhead light's just not picking it up. It's making it very dark. I have my stitching light on, so you'll see it glaring all over my glasses. And there's going to be a lot of background noise because everybody's home, but I've been trying to make this video since Thursday. Hasn't happened yet. Life has been fun. We're 10 days into the new year, and I still have a little hair left that I haven't pulled out yet because it's been fun. I have managed to do my start every day, but I have been awful about posting. And like I said, we've just had fun. We started off the year with the toddler falling and knocking out her front tooth, and we had a convention yesterday. We're gone all day. So I slept most of the day today, of course trying to run errands and get everything done, and life's crazy right now. But, been doing our starts, yay! I love seeing everybody's posts. So that's what's been going on here. Hope everybody else is good. So let us dive right in. I know, pick your jaw up off the floor. I'm very organized for once, just for once. Just this video, don't expect it again. But I am actually organized today. So, we're going to start off with starts. I'm going to do my best to make sure these show up, but I don't know how it's going to do. We're going to play this by ear. Okay, so number 1, January 1st, I started the Santa's Village stitch along. This is a separate stitch along you can find. And I started the first one, Santa's House. I'm stitching them in order. The order, well, there's not an order, but I'm stitching them in the order that Country Cottage Needleworks posted on their page. So I am stitching this all as one. So all 12 designs will be on the same piece of fabric. And this is 14 count Aida in smoke tone. And I have little bits of floss everywhere. This is also my New Year, New Start piece for Stitch Mania. So I've been trying to work on this a little bit every day, but that hasn't always happened. But, so here's where I am so far. I have the top border done, and I have some of the snow done. I love how that white shows up on this smoke tone fabric. A lot of shadow there, but you can see the stitching. I did switch out the white it called for 5200, which is my favorite DMC white. So, and this is my Merry Christmas needle minder from Minding My Minders. So, I'm just going to work on these one at a time, you know, no rush on those. I have the first 4 or 5 of the charts. I got to get the rest, but I'm not in a rush on that. Get in there. Or not. Behave. Okay, January 2nd. I started the Brooks Book Stitch Along, which is also in Stitch Mania. I'm having a blast with this one. I'm doing the Stitcher's Alphabet, which is a free series on her site. And I started A is for Erin, and this my plan is to finish this by the end of the month. So, this is also on 14 count Aida in smoke tone. I don't have a picture, I just have the chart, so I can't show you the finished item, but I can show you where I've gotten to. I have all of the brown done here in the center and quite a bit of the green. I have all my beads for this project, so that'll be exciting when I get to those. And I have a blue M&M from Gina's Unique Boutique. Those are perfect for little whips, I tell you. Perfect size. So that's start number 2. Number 3 is another freebie that I may or may not have a picture of. I have to look. This is 7 Pines. Oh, I do. It's just black and white. This is by Little House Needleworks, and there's the picture. It's called 7 Pines, and you can look it up. It's on the blog, but if you just put in 7 Pines freebie by Little House Needleworks, it'll pop up. But this is fun. This is a fun little stitch. Working up quickly. She does give the DMC names, but not the numbers. But you can look it up by the name. What I did, I looked it up and then I changed it. So I'm actually using DMC 895 for the green. But this is on 28 count, even weave, in tea dyed. And I did get actually 1.5 of the trees done, so that's pretty good. So it stitches up really quick. And there is my Gingerbread Girl needle minder from Minding My Minders, I think. Maybe. I think. Anyway. But that one's fun. I may have to visit that again soon because that's a fun stitch. I can see getting that done relatively quickly. All right, number 4 is, this was a gift from Katie the Stash Queen. Hi, Katie. And this is Flowering Crown by Just Nan. Isn't that pretty? I love it. She was so sweet. She gave me the chart and all of the Gentle Arts threads, too. My head keeps getting chopped off, but who cares? You know what? Y'all are here to see the stitching, not me. So, that's a good thing today. Anyway, so this is my first time working with Gentle Arts threads. That's really nice. But I'm stitching this up on 28 count even weave in glass blue, and that's where I'm just working on the, kind of, I guess, the frame of the crown. And this is a little silver crown needle minder. And that I got from Brenda's Minders. That's a Facebook group. She has some really, really great needle minders. So that's fun. I'm stitching that all with the Gentle Arts threads. Okay. Number 5 is, this is a digital chart. I don't have a finished picture to show you. No, I don't. But it is the Satsuma Street 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm stitching these individually to finish off as ornaments. And I actually do plan to stitch the sampler all as one later or next year or something, but right now I'm just working on them one at a time. So I started the very first one, and I have a little bit of the yellow done. This is 14 count white Ada, and there is my Nutcracker needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. I'm not sure when number 2 is going to show up on the rotation. I have all my starts written down in order, but I've changed them 6 times already in the first 10 days, so who knows when anything's going to get started. That's why I can't show you ahead of time. I changed my mind too much. Okay, number 6. This was a gift from my friend Linda. This cross-stitch calendar. It's from, it's a Charles Craft calendar. Oh, here we go. The designs are by Paula Carbonari. Yeah, I'm butchering that. Anyway, but these are really, really cute. There are just these are adorable charts. I'm sorry for the glare. It's my stitching light. But just adorable, adorable charts. So I started the January calendar. Don't worry, that's not the chart. It's just the old calendar. Big glare. Okay. So there we go. That's the January calendar. And I'm working on this right here. I guess that's, it's the handle of the basket. Oh, I didn't know that. And then I started a little bit of the cardinal. So that is on 18. Sorry. 18 count antique white Ada. And there we go. You can see the basket handle and a little bit of the birdie. That's his tail. A little bit of his back. And that's my Winnie the Pooh needle minder from Brenda's Minders. So those are fun. I have all of those written in my schedule, the right month and to start the right month in the right month. So we'll see how that goes. Just because I'm anal about stuff like that. All right. And I have no idea what number we're on. I think that was 6. Yep, that was 6. All right, number 7. I just got this, and I was just perusing the crossstitch.com site, and this just jumped into the cart and came home with me because I love it. I want to finish this by the end of the year and give it to my pastor and his wife. This is an Ursula Michael design. There we go. Separating picture from pattern. And it's called Praying Hands. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. The Lord's Prayer and Praying Hands. And I just love the colors. And it's so, so beautiful. I loved it. I had to get it. So I have this on 28 count white even weave. And I'm working on the hands right now. So there's where I am on the hands. And I have my treasure chest needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. You can hear baby girl in the background talking. She's in the kitchen with Daddy. All right, number 8 is another one I don't have a picture for. This is another digital chart. It's by Tiny Modernist on Etsy, and they have a bunch of city charts. So I'm starting a lot of those this year. You know, I don't travel. I'd love to one day, but right now I don't. So I stitch a lot of places that I just haven't been yet. So this is Vancouver. I'm sorry, I can't show you the picture. I don't have the picture. But anyway, believe it or not, this is water. So I have the water started on Vancouver, and this is 14 count white Aida. And I'm using a red leaf needle minder that I made. Of course, you know, red leaf, Canada. I don't know if that's a maple leaf, but, you know, it's a red leaf. So that's what we go with. All right, that was number 8. Number 9 is, this is from a Prairie Year by Prairie Schooler. And there's 12 little bitty designs. So I started the January one, the little clock. I think these will stitch up really fast. I put about 30 minutes into each of my starts every day. And I almost got all the numbers done yesterday on this. This is 14 count Aida and smoke tone. So I got almost all the numbers on the clock face done. And that's my Scrabble tile needle minder from Brenda's Minders. So you'll see the rest of the months through the rest of the year. Get in there. Okay. I'll get to y'all in a minute. Quit crowding me. I'm stashed trying to jump into the video too soon. Okay, and today's start. Super excited. Frosted pumpkin. Nope. Try again. See, I'm really excited for Frosted Pumpkins Stitch Along, which isn't until Friday. But today was Clouds Factory. Their annual Stitch Along postcards around the world, from the world. Check that out. And that's actually the first block. I don't have it printed out, but that's the first block is Venice. So I started that today, and I'm stitching this on. This is so out of my comfort zone on a couple of reasons. This is 22 count Aida from Fabrics by LJ. Lucas does fabulous work. This is so soft. I've been petting it. And oh, look at that. He even serges the edges. He does a great job. So, but that's what that is. And then I'm substituting out some Mo's Floss. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the whole border in one color or the different months in a different color. I haven't decided yet. But right now, the first block is being stitched with Mo's Sail Floss Apricot Jar. So I got almost half of the first frame done. And I actually put 30 minutes into it for my start and then 15 minutes into it, which is what I'm going to give it every day till that block is done. And I have my world map needle minder from Minding My Minders. So look how tiny it is. But I really like it. Oh, the light improved a little bit. We'll go with it. Why not? Okay, so 10 starts, 10 days. We're doing good. I have absolutely no idea what I'm starting tomorrow. I can check the list, but I can't guarantee I'm going to stick with the list. That might be interesting. We'll see. That's what I actually start tomorrow. Anyway, so those are my 10 starts. I have, other than my starts, I haven't been doing a lot of stitching, just because it's been a crazy week. But I have done a little bit. So, remember this? ABCs of Faith. I'm actually trying to get into kind of what Katie does with my rotation, trying to put all my whips in alphabetical order and work a little bit on each one each day. Haven't done that yet. But I have been doing a little bit of other stuff. So anyway, I pulled this out. This is ABCs of Faith by Lizzie Kate. And right now this is my bedtime project is what I call it. I usually go to bed a little bit before my husband, and so what I'll do is I'll come in and pull this out and I'll stitch on it anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes usually. Some nights doesn't get stitched on at all, and that's okay. So I've been working on this, and because I can keep all the floss, it's a kit, so all the floss is with it, it's just right by the bed, and gets a little bit here, a little bit there. So I have added a little bit, so I have the M done, make piece, I have the N started, the Q is done, the V is done, and I'm working on the Y. And this is 18 count Ada in oatmeal with a I Fight Fibro, What's Your Superpower needle minder from Stitchy Time Creations. So that's been my bedtime project. And then I've worked a little bit. This is my travel project. So this goes in the diaper bag with me. And a little bit in the car, a little bit in the nursery at church, wherever I have time to work on it. This is Today Choose Joy. Ooh, big glare. Today Choose Joy by Lizzie Kate, one of the 3 little words. And this is also an 18 count Ada in oatmeal. So I've been working on the word joy. So I have Keep It Simple, and I'm working on the joy there. And that's a gold needle minder owl. Got sparkly eyes. Anyway, I made that one. That was a pendant from Hobby Lobby. Become an obsession of mine. Every time I go to Hobby Lobby, I wander over to the jewelry section, the jewelry making section, and I look at all the pendants, and if the pendants happen to be on sale, I'll pick up 1 or 2, only if they're on sale, that I want to turn into needle minders. So that owl is one of them. Been working on my Harry Potter alphabet from Cloud's Factory. I believe I have a black and white picture to show you. Okay, there it is. Cloud's Factory. Harry Potter alphabet. I'm getting so excited. I got the super humongous Harry Potter chart from Cloud's Factory for Christmas from my hubby, and I'm starting that in September. I'm really excited about that. I need to find the perfect fabric. I haven't found it yet. I have time, a little bit, a few months. Anyway, so I've made it up through Dobby the Elf, E. So there they are, all my little people. And I have a Ravenclaw needle minder from Stitchy Time Creations. I have all 4 houses. My Gryffindor got stolen by the teenager. She technically is stitching Harry on her own fabric, but she works on it maybe once a month. I'll steal my Gryffindor needle minder back. Anyway. Let go. Let go. Good magnets on needle minders. I don't have the picture with me. No. This is one of my Hades. I haven't really been working on my Hades hardly at all, which is really bad because I miss working on them. But this is my mini owl family Hade. I put a couple hundred stitches into it. Not much, but a little bit. I've been working, when I work on it, I pull it out. I'm still on page 1. But each of these rows is 45 stitches right now of blue. Believe it or not, there's still some owls that are going to appear right down here. But I just do 2 rows when I work on it, so that's 90 stitches. And I said I've put a couple hundred stitches into it. So really hoping for a page finish this month. So, and I have my Garfield needle minder from Minding My Minders. I love that because he just looks like he's hanging on. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 18 count Ada in oatmeal. If I don't put them away now, they won't get put away. And then another stitch along group I belong to that Adele put together. Hi, Adele. Is the Clouds Factory Magical Creatures calendar. So I've been plugging along 15 minutes a day on this. I don't think I've worked on it the last couple days, but I'm having fun with this, and I'm really hoping to finish this block in January. I don't know that I can, but I'm going to try. The rest of the blocks aren't very hard. They're not hard, but this is kind of a big one. So this is the January block, and I do have a picture, and it is in color. So this is the whole thing. And that's the January block I'm working on. And this is getting changes to it as well. It calls for DMC 3807, I think, and I'm using 3809 on this. But I've also changed out the leaves on the tree, and I'm using, let me see if I can show it to you. It's not showing up as pretty as it is. It's absolutely beautiful. There we go. Oh, yeah. See how pretty that is? This is Oasis from Mo's Sale, and I'm using that for the leaves on the tree. So I'm almost done with the leaves. I can move on to the rest of the tree and the centaur. And I have my Queen of Hearts needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. I do like how it's sparkling. Very pretty. Lights are good for something. Okay, so that's all my stitching progress for the first 10 days. Little bit, getting into the groove of things. And hopefully this coming week won't be as crazy as this last week. Yeah, right, in my house? Sure. Okay, life wouldn't be wonderful if it wasn't crazy. So next up is, you saw starts, you saw whips. Hey, we're doing good. It's only 23 minutes. Wow. Haul. I have a lot of haul. Got a lot of stuff coming in the last 10 days. So first up, I received a wonderful gift from Christine. Hi, Christine. She's one of our super crazy Year of Starts people. And I love her. She had posted the other day that she was thinking about potentially starting 2 in one day. And I said, you go, girl. I'm glad you said it first because I may join you some days. So we're going to sit at the, the cool crazy table. Starting 2 a day. Who knows? I don't know. Right now, 1 a day is good. But anyway, she sent me this gift and I was just tickled. Absolutely tickled because I've been wanting this for ages. This is Paula Vaughn's Quilts for All Seasons. And I love it. There are 12 charts, all quilts. You know me in quilts. 1 for each month. You know me in monthlies. I know. Combines my favorite things. That's my favorite right there, the November one. As soon as I get some fabric, that'll be added to my, it's on my start list. I got to get fabric for it. But yeah, love that. She sent me that. She sent me the Queen of Stitching. Ah! Never seen it before. Okay, this is by, because everybody's going to ask, and I can't even pronounce her name. I'm not going to try. Counted Cross Stitch and Needlepoint, Symbol of Excellence Publishers. I mean, that's what it says. And there's the name, Linda Gordanier. I'm not even going to try. Jerry. There we go, last name. But check it out. Look, it's a playing card. Instead of the Queen of Hearts, she's the Queen of Stitching. See, there's a, what is that? Pincushion. There's the word. and there's spools of thread and safety pins and a measuring tape, and she is awesome. Can't wait to start her. She's so cool. Anyway, so Queen of Stitching, she sent me that. And then she also sent me, I haven't taken out of the package yet. Oh my gosh. I love it, and I didn't take it out of the package. I love it. Anyway, she sent me this cool notebook. Look, owls. Ah, I love it. Anyway, super cool notebook that I didn't take out of the package, and who knows why, because I could be writing in this. And then she also sent me these awesome needle minders. Look, look, teddy bear and a sun and a monster, and they are so cute. I love them. So thank you, Christine. She sent me those. Love those. All right. And then I bought this from Stash Unload. It's just the chart, but you can buy the kit from Amazon. But I just wanted the chart. But this is a virtuous woman. I can talk. Okay. By Jan Lynn. And it's beautiful. It's the Proverbs 31 woman, broken down, all the elements with little symbols and all cross-stitched. So, got that on Stash Unload. Been wanting that for a while. Like I said, I just wanted the chart, not the kit. So, I was happy to find just the chart. My next Gingerbread Village chart arrived from the Silver Needle. I get one a month. And I will not start them until I get all 12, I say. Do you believe me? I'm going to try. I have Santa's Village. I'm going to stitch that all as one. I want to stitch these all as one, so I'm not going to start until I get all 12 because I don't know what order they'll go in. I can do it. Anyway, here's the next one. Isn't that cute? This is the Gingerbread House. One. Apparently there's going to be more than one. Anyway, so got the Gingerbread Village chart from Country Cottage Needleworks. So I think I have 3 of those. All right. Next up. You saw that fabulous hand-dyed fabric from Fabrics by LJ. I bought another of his fabrics. This is a 14 count Aida in tulips. Called it tulips. Isn't that pretty? I have a chart in mind for this. I just haven't started it yet, and I'm still measuring and thinking, but I have a chart in mind for this. But oh, look how pretty. And see, so nice. He serged the edges. Isn't that nice? So, got that. I have no idea how big it is because I moved the paper, and I don't know where I moved it to. No, I don't. Oh, 8. Nope. That was the green one. Anyway, that green is ectoplasm, by the way. I think I forgot to say that. That's ectoplasm. And I think that's one of his repeatable colorways. A lot of his colorways are not repeatable, so they're one of a kind, but isn't that pretty? I love it. Anyway, that's 14 count Aida. I want to say it's 19 by 23 inches, but I'm not 100% on that. So, I think I gave up putting stuff away. That lasted a long time, didn't it? I got my monthly fabric and floss from Mo's sale. So this is a 28 count Monaco fabric. This was the fabric of the month. Pretty blues and not really a brown. It's kind of a clay color, kind of a reddish brown. Isn't that pretty? I have no idea what that's going to be for. It's going to show up somewhere, but I don't know where because it sure is pretty. And I got my monthly floss. So we got, I don't know if it's Gelt or Gelt. I don't know, but it's yellow. Isn't it pretty? Okay. And we got Rudolph. Where's my paper? That'll work. Okay. Rudolph. kind of a red and purple. It's, as always, it's showing up darker than it really is. And 3 kings, kind of a yellow and a mauve. Menorah, which is green and yellow. Oh, I hear the teenager too. And Christmas tree, which is of course green. That's going to show up in something soon, I think. What is this? Dreidel, green and pink. I need to organize my Moe's floss. I have a ton that needs to be bagged. Tree skirt. I only bobbinate this when I start to use it. It's kind of a red and purpley red and green. And we have Maccabees. I think it's Maccabees. It's pink. Pretty pink. And Hanukkah. Kind of a gray and white. Excuse me. Fighting a sore throat today. And a wreath, which is kind of a greenish gray. Okay, that's my monthly floss from Mo, who's going to be a grandma soon. Oh, so exciting. All right. So that's my monthly. I get my first monthly piece from Die Stitch Love tomorrow. Silent Night. So looking forward to that. That shows up tomorrow. Yeah, right, maybe. My post office. Anyway, okay. Next up. You saw my blue M&M from Gina's Unique Boutique. So I got... Alright, why don't you all just move out of the way? There we go. Okay. So I got 4 more as well. I got green and red and brown. And she included an orange one too. So I got 4 more M&Ms. Then from Kimmy Kell Crafts, I got 2 needle minders from her. I got the Grinch. There's a red background and it doesn't really show up. And I got Grumpy Cat. Now for my birthday in December, I got to take advantage of Jeannie's from Minding My Minders. I got to take advantage of her big sale she was doing. I got a lot of needle minders, and that came the other day. Yay! Lots and lots. Okay. By the way, Jeannie, if you're watching this, I have not had a chance to say, I love the way you put them on the cards. It just tickles me. I don't know why. It just does. I love it. I love how she arranges them on the cards. Anyway, so first up, we have a Minion, Bling Bling, Harry Potter, and this beautiful cage bird. These have the glass dome over them. Those are really nice. Save that one for later. We have Alice being chased by cards. The 9th Doctor, who is my favorite. I'm trying to get used to the 10th Doctor. I have a peacock. I won this one. This is very exciting. It's another one of the domed ones. I got some quilts and Alice in Wonderland. The world one I have on my Clouds Factory postcards one came in this order. You just saw that. I got the Cheshire Cat and Yoda. Everybody should have a Yoda protecting their stitching. He's going to keep those nasty frogs away. Then I got Homer and chocolate. I like how Homer's eating the chocolate. And then there's No Place Like Home. Wizard of Oz, of course. Trying to get fresh with each other. They're upset I haven't taken them off the cards yet. So there's Cinderella's Castle and the Grinch and Remember the Reason for the Season. And we have, hold still, Behave Yourself. Sesame Street Gang's being bad. We have Waldorf and Statler, my husband's favorites. Sesame Street. And a Capricorn. That's me. And we have Love Quilts. The Egyptian Ankh. And Pyramid of Giza. That's going to go on my frosted pumpkin on Friday. My travel ones. We have the Doctor. Keep calm and don't blink. Trust me, I'm the doctor. And the TARDIS is something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. My Doctor Who. And then we have Snoopy. We have Snoopy chilling in the sun, and we have Snoopy being crushed by the chair. Epic fight in Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And last, we have the Minion Turkey, books, and the Tin Man. Now, there's a funny story about the Tin Man. I opened my minders and I saw him. I'm like, I don't remember ordering him. Was that a mistake? No, people make mistakes. Well, then I pulled it up and I pulled up the Wizard of Oz Needleminder page and it showed that, yes, that was the one I ordered. I was like, okay, but I don't think I meant to order him. But then I couldn't remember which one I meant to order. So, I still like him. I still love him. So, I'm just going to have to get the rest of the individual characters. So, yes, I'm very happy with him. Thought that was funny. I don't know why. I thought it was funny. She was also getting rid of some of her stash. So, I bought a couple of charts from her. I bought Mouse House from True Colors Cross Stitch. Gary Hanner is the artist. But I thought it was cool. It has two charts in it. This little house and then the inside of the mouse's house. So I thought that was cool. And of course, a cross-country stitching magazine. I'm getting quite the collection now. This is April 2007. I love the one on the front. The quilts and the barn. And I believe on my start list, I'm going to add this Give Thanks, because that's just too cute with the buttons. I love that. That's going to end up on my start list somewhere. So that was from Jeannie at Minding My Minders. Oh, I wanted to show these. I had pulled these out earlier because I was going to make a batch of needle minders, and I realized I don't think I've ever shown them. These are from True North Needle Minders. Erica Sage, and she'll sell you the a minder, but of course you can also buy it with just one magnet for a magnet, or you can buy just the pendant only. So that's usually what I do, is I buy the pendant only to turn into needle minders because I have the magnets, I have all the setup. But what happens is they come in the mail and I might post a picture and then they get put into the toolbox to be made into minders and they never get shown because I haven't made them yet. So, but I wanted to show these. So I got these a while back, and these are several orders. I don't know when all they came in, but I got them a while back. But we have Whovian with the TARDIS. We have Blingy Maleficent. We have Enamel Maleficent. We have Toothless. Yes, that's what we've been calling my poor toddler too, with her gap-toothed smile 4 years early. I have this little owl, and he says, "I will always love you." We have Alice, and we have Dorothy. So, and I have some more coming from her pretty soon. But anyway, never showed those. Now, the other day, I got to go shopping at Stitch Niche, my LNS, and they were having a 40% off sale. Katie and Garrett got to go yesterday. Hi, Garrett. Hi, Katie. Again. I didn't get to go. I was supposed to go, but I had my convention, so I went on Friday. And, of course, Prairie Schooler, Little Red Riding Hood, where she says, "Uh-oh." And that's the best part ever. Brian. Hi, Brian. Brian Cook originally bought this one, and we just realized, you know, she says, "Uh-oh," and the wolf says, "Yum," and there's something so hilariously disturbing about that. we all have to have that chart, and we all have to stitch it. Because we're the 4 stitchers of the apocalypse. Why else? I got the second part of the Stitches for the Needleworker by Sue Hillis. I have 2 of the designs, so I got 2 more. I like that one. My heart, I can't read backwards. My heart is fed by needle and thread, and count twice, stitch once. You can see that. So I have 4 or 5 in the set. There's 9 total. And yeah, this is hilarious. This one's funny. I got a couple of more charts for the Santa's Village. And I had 2 of the post office. And I did a giveaway for one on the group. Got a winner. And waiting to hear back from her. But the funny part was, I knew I have 2. I can't find the other one. I have looked and I've looked and I know I have 2. But I can't find it. So I bought another one. Chances are I'll find the other one. We'll have another giveaway. Why not? Anyway, so I got the North Pole Post Office for Santa's Village. And I also got Mrs. Claus's Cookie Shop. So 2 more for the Santa's Village. I got my first piece of the Frosty Forest, which is the other 12-month series by Country Cottage Needleworks that you can all stitch as one or stitch individually. This will be stitched as one, just like the Santa's Village and the Gingerbread. So I got the, what's it called? The Bluebird Cabin. And the only reason I bought that one first was because there's a little owl button that goes on the tree, and I just had to have it. It's a good reason, right? And I got my first Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday. I saw these stitched up and made into the no-sew cubes and actually arranged on a table like a little village. I have to do that. So I got the firehouse because my husband works for the fire department. First one. Those were the charts I bought. I bought some floss. Trying to remember what these are for. I think they're for... I don't remember what they're for. I have it written down. I buy specialty floss and I forget what I buy it for. Yeah, that's not going to show up. Why not? Okay, so this is Weeks Dye Works in Moss. Well, it shows up good when I hold it up to the camera, huh? Alright, so Weeks Dye Works in Floss. Not really that green. Now it's too bright. Mocha. Have a brown. Eggplant. Pretty sure these are for my, it's a purple. I think those are for my Halloween quilt sampler. Chestnut. Dark brown. And I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Kudzu. It's a plant. Anyway, it's green. And Aztec red. I think those are for the Country Cottage Needlework Afternoon in Paris, Afternoon in London. Not sure. And got 2 Gentle Arts. Parchment and Wood Smoke. So that was the floss. I got some beads for, some of them are for my Ice Queen. One of them is for my A is for Erin chart this month. So I got 02010. I think they're white. Yeah, 02010. These are 00479. These are more of a white. And 42017, kind of a light blue, and 02022, and they're silver. Yes. Time to eat. Okay, I am almost done. My sweetie made dinner. All right, I got 3 spools of Krynic. I got 102. I think that's for Ice Queen. And then I got number 8 braid. That's number 4 braid, the other one was. This is number 8 braid 3280, which apparently is a very common color and hard to find because it's a common color. So I grabbed 2. So Krynic beads, charts, floss. I did pretty good. And then we also went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up some Black Ada. And I also picked up 3 pendants to make into needle minders. I got the owl key. That was just awesome. I did not intend to buy them, but they got new stuff in since last time I was there. So all of these still have to have the loops removed. I got angel wings and a butterfly. So those will be made into minders. I have some other pendants here that I got from, this one came from True North. I won this one, my Minion Buddies. I don't think I've shown that. I got this from Julie at Nifty Needle Nannies. Beautiful owl. I got this one from Hobby Lobby. Little Egyptian symbol. Got these at Walmart. There's 4 little bitty owls. Pink one. A green one. A yellow one. And a white one. So all of these have a date with the flush cutter and the grinder and magnets and glue. And then a friend of mine gave me this for Christmas, and it was a necklace. And I don't wear jewelry other than the jewelry I sell, so I was like, well, it's really sweet of her. I really like it. And I was like, oh, duh, make it into a needle minder. So I took the pendant off, and it's this lovely stitched K. So that's going to be a needle minder. And the last thing I want to show you, I saved all my orts from last year. Orts are your, I've heard several people say orts is an acronym for Old Ratty Threads. But if you look it up, the word ort is actually a word. And it means, usually it refers to food, but it's a small leftover bit of something. And I like that definition better. So I took all my orts, my stitching orts from last year, and I got a plastic Christmas tree ornament, and I filled it. I just wanted to show that off. So that's all I have. Hey, only 47 minutes. See what happens when you're organized? It won't ever happen again. So I'm going to try and do better this week about my posting, about getting my video up on Thursday like I plan to. Yeah, best laid plans of mice and men, right? Anyway, I hope you have a fabulous Sunday. There's the glare on my glasses. Hopefully our lighting will be better next time and life will be less crazy. Hope you have lots of good stitching this week. No frogs. So, thanks for watching. Bye.